it's me again with a new episode of Don't Worry, I'm Here. I hope you guys all had an awesome Easter. I hope you guys ate a lot of chocolate without feeling guilty. I know I did. I didn't feel guilty at all because the week leading up to Easter, I ate very healthy. I didn't eat any lollies or chocolate or any really bad junk food. So I feel like I really deserve to eat chocolate. Also, eat chocolate whenever you want to. Don't feel guilty about it, okay? That's just how I felt because I feel like I eat too much junk food. So me eating the chocolate was a good thing because, yeah, I was good for the week. But I'm not saying you have to, discipline yourself before eating junk food. That's what I just wanted to do, okay? You can eat whatever you want, whenever you want, and you don't really have to diet if you don't want to, okay? So I hope that makes sense. Last week was very weird because I only had to work 3 days. So I worked Wednesday, then Thursday, then had Friday off, then worked Saturday, and then had Sunday off. Now I have Monday and Tuesday off, which I normally have off. So it's like I didn't even go to work last week. It just went by really quick. So that is such a good thing. But it was very fun seeing my grandma and granddad and my aunties and uncles again. So, yeah, we got to play Cards Against Humanity. It was very funny. So, so every year my grandma gets me and my sister a Cadbury chocolate rabbit, which I cannot wait to start eating. I just don't know the perfect time to eat it because today I'm going out to lunch with mum like I do every Monday, and then tomorrow I'm going to the city with my sister for my birthday. My birthday is on April the 11th and it would be the 2nd tomorrow. So it is like a lot in advance, but this is the only time that I will be able to go to the city with her. So that's why we're doing it tomorrow. And we're going to eat so much and obviously get bubble tea. I'm also getting bubble tea today. I just can't go a week without bubble tea. I always have to have bubble tea on Monday, okay? That is a given. I have to have it on Monday. And I also want to get it in the city. I'm also going to get a Boost juice. And yeah, I can't wait to get my free Boost juice for my birthday. I can't wait to receive all my freebies for my birthday. Like, I'll get one for Cold Rock, I think for Subway, for Hungry Jack's, I'll get a free Whopper. So it's going to be really good, okay? So, yeah, there was something else I was going to talk to you guys about, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, yesterday for Easter, because I hadn't seen my grandparents for a while, I thought that I'd do a garden tour of my granddad's garden because he's very passionate about it. If you want to see that video, just make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell so you get notified when it comes out. It's my granddad showing you guys his garden. There's heaps of DIY stuff and handmade stuff that he has done, and it's very cool. So he's very passionate about it, very proud about it, and yeah, just all the work that he's put into it. I'm very proud of him, and I hope it inspires you guys to be like, oh, I want to do that with my garden. Like, that's a very good idea. So if you want some DIY tips or want some inspiration for your garden, like your garden's looking a bit basic, you want to spice it up a bit, want to make it more amazing, then go watch that video. It will be coming out the day after the podcast is released. So yeah, you don't have to wait long. So yeah, you can tell in his voice that he's very passionate about it. You know me, so when I was recording, I was just going, yeah, okay. It doesn't mean I don't, it's just something I do, like, because I am a woman of many words, so that's why I just say, yeah. It's not like I don't care or anything, it's just that I don't really know what to say, So yeah, that's just me, okay? If you spend time with me, you'll be like, yeah, she does that a lot. She just, yeah. don't ever think, oh, she doesn't care or anything. I'm more of a listener than a talker, if that makes sense. I feel like that's better because I listen. I listen to other people's feelings, like how they feel and stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm more of a listener than a talker. Okay. I started playing this new game, I think it was like last week, a couple of days ago. I think it was Friday, so like 5 days ago. I am obsessed with it. Okay, I have to play it at least once a day. I'm talking about the game Chapters. Okay, the game Chapters where you get to choose how the story goes. So, me, right, it gave me a choice. Do I want romance, drama, comedy, or erotica? I chose romance, okay? But for some reason, I got an erotic one. Okay, I'll just... Spoiler, okay? Spoiler though. If you want to play the game and you don't want to listen to, like... I'll, like, put a thing, like, skip to this time, okay? The story that I got... Okay, I'm not going to say what it is. I'm just going to try to, like, twist it a bit so you don't exactly know what I'm talking about. So, my boyfriend... I just want to say this is not real life. It's a game, okay? So, yeah, my boyfriend was cheating on me with my friend. And him and I share an apartment together, okay? So, I stormed out of there. I was like, screw this. So, when I am playing this game, I take it very seriously, okay? I do what I would do in real life, in a real life situation. Alright? So... yeah, I just picked the closest answer to yes, I would do that in real life. I would say that. I would do that. Okay, so yeah, I storm out of there. I'm like, screw you, screw this. Yeah, so I go to cross the street, the road, and this car comes past. Almost runs me over, okay? So he gets out of the car and he's like, what are you doing? He yells at me. And I'm like, you almost ran over me. And then, yeah, we start like arguing a bit. And he's like, get in the car. I'm like, no, I'm not getting in your car. He's like, get in. And then my character just gets in the car. I don't get to choose what she does. So, yeah, gets in the car. And then he takes me to a rage room. And so I tell him what went on. Go to a rage room. And I'm like, oh, this is actually what I needed. Maybe this guy isn't too bad. This guy is probably like, what am I going to say? Close to 20 years older than me. Okay. So, yeah, I'm like, smash the crap out of a TV. And, yeah, he's like, oh, you let your anger out. And I accidentally, like, my character, right, is an intern at a hospital. She's doing this competition where only a few get selected to actually go into the next level. So, yeah. So she's training to be a doctor. So I accidentally scrape him with something. He gets a cut, so I have to treat it. So then I have to choose, oh, what am I going to do? Am I going to do, like, am I just going to use what's in the first aid kit? Am I going to do stitches? I'm like, no, I'm going to use what's in the first aid kit because that seems more practical. Like, I'm not going to give him stitches in the rage room. That seems really bizarre. So yeah, I just clean him up with the first aid kit. And then he takes me back to his apartment. I'm like, I would not do that in real life. But I'm like, oh, he seems like a nice guy. He took me to a rage room. I need that in real life. So yeah. Then one thing leads to another. We sleep together. Okay. And yeah, the next day when I go and start my internship, I don't know if it is an internship, like my training as a doctor at a hospital. He is my boss. Okay, so it's very awkward there. He always wants to come on to me and bloody, yeah. So I don't know what chapter it was in, but in a couple chapters after that, I find out I am pregnant. Oh wait, before that, this is even worse. To make things even more complicated, he is the dad of my ex-boyfriend, the one that was cheating at me. the one that was cheating on me at the start, okay? That makes it even more complicated. So yeah, I found out I'm pregnant, and it's obviously his, okay? The ex-boyfriend also is training to be a doctor, so I work at the same hospital, okay? So me and my boss get caught sometimes, okay? We got caught by the chief of the hospital and made up some lies, like I had a cut that he was examining, and then there was another part where it was like, oh yeah, there was this guy going through his computer when me and him were hiding under the desk, and then he found us and we're both naked, and then he's like, oh, you have to give me the promotion so I don't tell anyone about this. And yeah, my ex finds out that I'm pregnant. He thinks it's his, and he says, oh, I know it's mine. I'm still gonna be seeing. I want to be in the baby's life, but I'm still gonna be seeing blah blah on the side. You know, like he wants me to be in a relationship with him, but he still wants to see my best friend on the side. And then he says, I'm not gonna have sex with you when you're heavily pregnant. Oh, and if it's a boy, name it my name Junior, and if it's a girl, name it her name. I'm like, what the hell? This man is an asshole, and he always calls me the 5-letter W word, and I'm like, oh my god, he's so mean. And it turns out in like a couple chapters that I am pregnant with twins. It's a really good story. Like, it really gets you obsessed, you know what I mean? Addicted to it. So I play at least like one chapter a day. I want to get more diamonds. Like, yeah, I chose a romance. I wanted a romance one, but I got an erotica one. Like, I haven't been able to do any of the actual, like, um, hardcore stuff yet because I don't have enough diamonds. But I probably want to do it anyway because, like I said, it's what I do in real life. But me and him have gotten like so close now that I'm like, anything goes really, because he's a nice guy. Like the character's a nice guy. So yeah, it's just a bit, weird, bizarre what happens in it. Yeah, it's kind of like 50 Shades of Grey. So yeah, oh yeah, last night he wanted to do it in the hot tub, and I was like, I chose a response that's like, no, you should be patient. Like, we'll wait till tonight because I'm like, it's not safe to do it in a hot tub because that's how I can get like an infection. So yeah, and I'm pregnant, so I don't want that. Okay, so I think logically about this thing. I take it so seriously. Yeah, so it's a really good game. I really recommend that you play it if you want to. By the title of the video, I just want to quickly talk about something that I wanted to talk about like maybe a year or so ago, but I wasn't really ready to talk about it. So when I was in grade 12 to I think all the way through uni, just say all the way through uni, not, no. So from the time I was 17 to 20, I had this obsession with true crime. And when I first started having this obsession, so when I would bring it up, people would be like, there's probably something wrong with her because what the hell is she, like psycho or something? Why does she have to bring that up? It had nothing to do with it. Like, I was so obsessed, I would try to like bring it up, like the trending cases or anything. I would bring it up where I could. Like, I would, even if it was like what's it called, unrelated, I would still bring it up somehow. And it was just so bad. Like, I feel like it had a really bad impact on my mental health, because some mornings I would like wake up and I would be like, why am I obsessed with that case? Like, it's gross. Like, why do I put myself through reading about really disturbing details and stuff. So yeah, when I feel like I really matured then when I hit my 20s. I was like, I need to stop being so obsessed with this. Like, I don't want to be reminded about the bad that's going on with the world. So that's what really ruined my degree. I feel like because I had that obsession in grade 12, I was like, I want to do criminology and criminal justice because they're going to talk about true crime a lot and cases and stuff. So yeah, I feel like I didn't think about the long run. Like, I don't want to be, now that I've matured and like I realized that that's not a good obsession to have, right? There's a difference between being obsessed with something and having an interest in something, okay? I had a dark obsession with it. Like, it was just so bad. So yeah, when I reached my 20s, I feel like that's when I fully matured, and I'm like, I do not want to be reminded of the bad stuff that's going on in the world. So I've kind of done that to myself, where it's like, I got this degree, but I can only use it for jobs where I'll be getting reminded of the bad going on in the world, that people do take the lives of people that they love, that people don't really think that people have the right to live, you know? So yeah, I don't want to be reminded of that. So that's why I just want to really not be like have an obsession with that. I don't really like even think about that kind of stuff. There's only one case that I'm still like interested in. I don't have an obsession with it, I'm just interested in it. It is the Menendez brothers case, okay? So I'm not going to go into detail about that like in this episode, but I just feel like the brothers do deserve to have their case re-evaluated, to get it appealed, if you know what I mean. So that's all I'm saying about that, okay? I'm not saying that what they did was right. I just feel like they need to redo the case, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm so happy that I do not have that obsession any longer. I'm happy that I focus more on the positive in the world and not the negative, okay? So I hope that made sense. There's a difference between having an interest in like a movie or something and then having a full-on dark obsession with it. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know if doing that with a movie was the best example, but like, or like having an interest in a person and then having a full-on obsession with them, that's not healthy, okay? You know what I mean? So it's not healthy to have an obsession with something. Well, it depends what it is and to what extent, but like, it's not healthy to have a dark obsession with it, okay? I don't know if that makes sense. If you want me to clarify anything, you can comment down below, send me a voice message, or message me on the Don't Worry I'm Here podcast Instagram, so I can just explain it better, because I don't know if I've explained it well enough. It is now time for the 3 segments of the podcast, which I absolutely love doing every week. I actually had a blonde moment this week. Was it last week where I was discussing other people's blonde moments? I think it was. So I'm going to start with my blonde moments. This one isn't that bad, but it's more of like a really short one. So yesterday I had an ice cream sandwich, right? It was a Neapolitan one, so it has chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. So I was eating it and I'm like, where's the chocolate? Because I can only taste the strawberry and the vanilla. So the cookie was chocolate, and my sister goes, the cookie is the chocolate part. And I was like, Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because I was expecting there to be chocolate ice cream. You know what I mean? Because it's Neapolitan. So I was like, there has to be chocolate as well. So that was like a mini one, mini blonde moment. You're really like, that's not even really a blonde moment, but it was like me thinking, oh, Neapolitan has to have all three flavors of ice cream. And I didn't take into account that the cookie was chocolate. Now I'm going to move on to the next part of the podcast, which is Dear Diary. Okay, so I just want to read a quote that is opposite to the exercise for this week. So I don't know how to say his name. His last name is Csikszentmihalyi. I'll have this quote in the description just so you can refer to it later. By the way, my shirt says I should have been a mermaid. I don't know if you've been seeing the bottom. You're probably like, what does the bottom say? So it says, flow is being completely involved in an activity for its own sake. The ego falls away. Time flies. Every action, movement, and thought follows, inevitably from the previous one, like playing jazz. So he is probably a jazz musician, singer, something like that. So, yeah. I'll look him up, actually, later to see what his occupation is. Because he mentioned jazz, so maybe he's a jazz singer, musician, or maybe he just likes jazz music. Okay, so I don't know when I wrote this, but I said, I was in the zone yesterday when I was editing my podcast episode for next week. It was kind of hard to achieve as I got distracted easily. I felt kind of stressed. I felt proud and accomplished when I finished. So you gotta remember, yes, you'll probably feel stressed, but in the end, you're gonna feel proud of yourself and you're gonna feel like you've accomplished something. Okay, so all those negative emotions will eventually turn into positive ones. You guys know that I get distracted easily. I just can't remember what day it was. Like, I probably got distracted by TikTok. Yeah, I probably did. I don't know what, like, I'm trying to stay off of it because I'm like, it doesn't benefit me. Like, me playing my games benefits me more than watching TikTok because I complete levels on my games. With TikTok, I don't really achieve anything, you know? It doesn't really say, oh, you watch this many videos. You know what I mean? There's, like, no reward for doing it. But if I play my game and I, like, beat a level that I wasn't able to beat for a long time, then I've achieved something. Or, like, even beating a level in general. That's achieving something. So, yeah, I'm always in the zone when I edit. Like, just get being distracted out of the way. Like, the last couple times I've edited, I haven't gotten distracted because I'm like, I cannot get distracted. I want to get this done as soon as possible. So then I can do other things. So, yeah, I'm in the zone. I just feel like time flies, and once I start editing, I can't stop. Okay, I don't stop until I have polished everything. I've rewatched it. I've made sure that everything is just perfect. Okay, so when I'm editing, it's like I don't move from my seat. I just focus on the task at hand. Okay, so I want you guys to comment, leave a voice message me on the Don't Worry I'm Here podcast Instagram, and tell me what was the last time you were in the flow. It could be doing a puzzle, could even be watching your favorite TV show and like finishing the whole series, or like just something, okay? Going for a walk and you just walked for so long, like you've been in the zone, and you end up in this place where you haven't been before because you've just been focusing on your walking and haven't really thought, oh my god, where am I going? You know what I mean? Yeah. So that is this week's exercise in my self-care journal. Now we're going to move on to the last part of the podcast, which is let's discuss. I never do a blind. Well, I think I have a couple times where I've just like read the question first for the first time for the podcast, and then I like come out with an authentic answer. Like I want to do that again. I'll do that next week where I don't read the question for the podcast. I just read it for the first time for you guys, and then I have to think on the spot. You know what I mean? So I've thought about this one, and there's only one good answer. Okay, you might have your own opinion, but this is my opinion. You've finally found funding for your solar energy company, which is aimed at helping communities in developing nations. But then you find out the major investor is a coal mining company with a dubious reputation. Do you take the money? No. I know that I need the money, but I also need to think about my reputation. If I work with them, they already have a dubious reputation. I don't want to get that reputation either. Okay, so the answer is a capital NO with like thousands of exclamation marks. Okay, so yeah, I would say no. If I said yes, then I would get that reputation. And that is not what my company does. They don't want to work with someone who is a mining company, you know what I mean? Because I want to work with solar energy. I'm a solar energy company. So, yeah, I would not take the money. Okay, we have different values and beliefs. We obviously want different things. They have a bad reputation. I don't want to get that reputation. I will just wait a bit and wait for the right company to fund me. Okay, that's what I do. Let me know what your answer would be in the comments. Also, I have voice messages and the Instagram, okay, which will be linked below. I hope you guys have all enjoyed this episode. I loved opening up to you guys about my past, and I hope it has helped some of you guys. I also want you guys to know that when you have to choose your degree, just think to yourself, am I going to be interested in this in 10 years time? Okay, is this what I really want to pursue? Is there anything that's going to change my thoughts about this? Like, are my thoughts going to change? Because I feel like I didn't do that. Okay, so I don't want you guys to make the same mistake as me. Okay, I want you guys to have a really good and successful future. I'm not saying I won't, but I feel like I could have gone to uni and completed another degree. Okay, so yeah, I hope everyone stays safe and enjoys the rest of their week. Okay, you guys will be hearing me and seeing me next week. Bye.
1, 2, 3, 4.